Did you know that over 50% of car electronic issues can be fixed without a mechanic just by performing a simple reset? That's right, from glitchy dashboards to frozen radios, many of these problems aren't signs of a serious failure. They're just your car's electronic brain having a bad day. In this video, we're diving into the most effective and proven methods to reset your car. These are the same tricks used by pros, but easy enough for you to do at home. Let's dive in. 1. Understand what a reset does. Before you attempt any method to reset your car's electronic system, it's absolutely necessary to understand what a reset actually does, and more importantly, what it doesn't do. A reset doesn't fix the root cause of a mechanical or electrical failure. Instead, it clears temporary data stored in the vehicle's memory. For example, resetting the ECU might turn off a check engine light, but if the underlying issue still exists, the warning will eventually return. Think of a reset as wiping the blackboard clean, but not fixing the chalk. Each reset method impacts your car in different ways. 2. Battery disconnection method. Disconnecting the car battery is the most straightforward way to reset your car's entire electronic system. This works by cutting off power to the vehicle's modules and sensors, effectively wiping short-term memory. Start by turning off the engine and removing the key from the ignition. Always disconnect the negative terminal first to avoid sparks or shorts, then the positive. Wait 15 to 30 minutes to allow any residual power in capacitors and ECUs to drain completely. This method can clear check engine lights, radio memory issues, and erratic gauge readings. When reconnecting, connect positive connection first, then negative, and make sure the terminals are tight. Be aware that this reset may erase your radio presets, clock, and seat memory settings. 3. OBD2 Scanner Reset. Using an OBD2 scanner is one of the most efficient and targeted ways to reset car electronics. Plug your scanner into your car's OBD2 port. Once connected, the scanner communicates with the vehicle's ECU and displays the stored diagnostic trouble codes. You can also use it to clear error codes, reset check engine lights, and even perform specialized resets like Throttle Relearn or ABS bleeding on advanced models. After a repair, like replacing an oxygen sensor or MAF sensor, resetting your car's system ensures the ECU reevaluates conditions without being influenced by past faults. Some modern scanners even allow live data monitoring, so you can see how systems respond in real time. It's a valuable tool for DIYers and mechanics alike, helping to pinpoint and resolve issues efficiently. 4. ECU Reset via Ignition Key Cycle. Certain vehicles allow you to reset or recalibrate the ECU using a specific sequence of ignition key movements. This process typically involves turning the ignition key to the on position without starting the engine, waiting for about 10 seconds, and then turning it off. Repeating this cycle 3 to 5 times can prompt the ECU to clear minor faults and reset adaptive parameters such as fuel trim or idle settings. This method is helpful after routine maintenance, like changing spark plugs or cleaning the throttle body. It can also improve throttle responsiveness and fuel efficiency if the ECU had adapted to faulty readings. 5. Throttle Position Sensor Reset. Resetting the throttle position sensor is an essential step after cleaning or replacing the throttle body. The reset process varies slightly depending on the make and model, but a common method is known as the accelerator pedal reset technique. Start by turning the key to the on position and leave it in that position for about 2 seconds. Then slowly press the accelerator pedal all the way to the floor and hold it there for 3 to 5 seconds. Now slowly release the pedal all the way back up. Turn the key to the off position and wait another 10 seconds. Then start the engine and let it idle without touching the gas pedal. This sequence helps the ECU relearn the full range of motion from closed to wide-open throttle. Failing to perform this reset can result in poor drivability even after replacing a faulty TPS or cleaning the throttle body. 6. Idle Relearn Procedure after battery reset. After a hard reset or battery replacement, your car's idle may behave erratically, such as idling too high, too low, or fluctuating. That's because the ECU loses its memory of idle behavior and has to relearn how to control airflow and throttle position. To perform an idle relearn, start the engine and let it idle in park for about 10 to 15 minutes with no accessories on. Then, turn on the headlights, AC, and defroster to introduce electrical loads and let it idle again. This teaches the ECU how to balance the idle under different conditions. Finally, take the car for a short drive with stop-and-go traffic and highway speeds. This helps the system adjust to real-world inputs like speed, engine load, and transmission shifts. Skipping this step after a reset can lead to rough idling or even engine stalling. That's it for this video. These are the most powerful ways to reset your car's electronic system, right in your own garage. So the next time your car's acting up, try one of these methods before heading to the shop. See you in the next video.